In Campaign 2020, Democratic presidential candidates Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be in town this week, just days after Tom Steyer and Pete Buttigieg campaigned in Reno. Paul Nelson joins us now live in the studio. So, Paul, why are we seeing this surge of candidates?
Well, as you know, Nevada is the third state to nominate a candidate, Ryan, and Washoe County could have quite an impact in the caucus. Most of the campaigning is happening down in Clark County, where most of the voters are, but we've had a handful of candidate visits in northern Nevada, too.
You can tell this is really what's going to separate the campaigns that are going to go the distance.
After a weekend that brought presidential candidates Pete Buttigieg and Tom Steyer to Reno, a couple more prominent Democrats are making visits. Joe Biden will hold a community event Wednesday night, and Kamala Harris is scheduled for 2 stops in Reno Thursday.
Biden, I think, is reacting to the poll data that has him in a statistical tie in Nevada. This one was one he was kind of counting on, but now apparently he's in a tight race with Warren.
Fred Locken says candidates are visiting northern Nevada, not just to drum up support for the February caucus, but to get a head start for the general election.
They realize how important Nevada is going to play in the fall campaign, and they want to make sure that they have the name recognition, that they are meeting the organization on the ground that they will be able to take advantage of.
Recent polls show Biden, Elizabeth Warren, and Bernie Sanders as the frontrunners in Nevada.
The ones in the next tier have to keep trying, hoping that something really bad happens to the top 3.
Washoe County has more than 100,000 registered Democrats, so it is likely to get a lot more attention as the campaign continues. Candidates are visiting southern Nevada more often, since it has nearly 5 times the voters. Some have also gone to Carson City and Minden, but those aren't as common.
Where you won't see candidates much anymore are in the rural. There isn't a whole lot of incentive. When you put us together with Clark County, you have well over 90% of the vote already identified.
19 Democrats are still running for president, and Locken says most of them will never really be relevant. He expects the race to be settled by Super Tuesday on March 3rd, but many will drop out before then. Covering Campaign 2020 live in the studio, Paul Nelson, 2 News.